Hello Channel NITT viewers, I am DS, your psychologist, and welcome to another episode on Channel NITT. So this episode is inspired by an event that happened to me just last week. So my sister, who is an ENFJ, came over to my office last Sunday to pass me her pre-loved items. And when she entered my office, she said that it is unbearable because my office is really very messy. And if my clients come in, they will find that I'm very disorganized. Well, I wouldn't really say that my room is messy, it's just that there are a lot of items inside. It's not arranged very presentably. I do stack things lah. So I do stack the items, but I think from her point of view, it's unsightly. So what did we do? So she started clearing up my room for me, and guess what? In the end, I threw out 3 boxes full of items. So this really got me thinking, because as a TE dom, I never expected that I actually hoard a lot of things that I do not need. I never expected this is a TE trait. I thought it would have been an SI trait or an NE trait or even an SE trait. So my sister is an ENFJ, so as an ENFJ, she also has SE as her third function. So that's the same as mine. So I was thinking, this difference is very clear. Whenever my sister has things that she doesn't want, she will just give them away. But on the other hand, if I had things that I don't want, I tend to just hoard them. So is TE, extroverted thinking, a cognitive function that is capable of holding? I've thought about it, and my answer is yes. So periodically I have things that will spoil in my house, like the bulbs or a vacuum cleaner. When that happens, I will throw the thing away. However, for a lot of things that are only half spoiled, I have this tendency to keep. What is half spoiled? For example, let's say we have earphones, right? A lot of times when earphones spoil, one side of the earphone cannot receive sound anymore, but the other side still can. So what do? I will keep this earphone. Well, for what? In case I cannot find another earphone, then at least I can still use this as a backup to hear some music. So I thought about it. How many times have I ever used a dysfunctional or half-functional earpiece? Never. But I always have this backup plan. In case I cannot find a earphone, then I can use this one still. So another example, there was once I ordered an iPhone 6 casing from a platform, and when it came, it was actually an iPhone 7 casing, so it cannot fit my phone. So in this case, it was too much of a hassle for me to want to return the phone casing. I just kept the casing. I know that I'm not going to get a 7 then, but in case I could give it away somehow, I just keep it. I do not know what I'm going to do with it. I now imagine if I were my sister and ENFJ, I would have thrown it away or just given it away. But in my case, I just hold it. Why? I thought that, well, I may not be using it now, but there is a time where maybe in the future I could use it. It's like a backup plan. That really reminds me of one of my tarot card episodes where I mentioned that the ENTJ is basically the same as the King of Swords. So as you can see in this picture, the King of Swords has a backup sword. It's already collecting cobwebs, but it's still there. So sometimes in my office, I have empty bottles. For what? Maybe I will need to water my plants with water, so I need to have a backup water bottle. So a lot of this kind of ideas come to me, and I start to hoard things just in case I may need them. But of course, I do not excessively hoard many water bottles. I have 1 or 2 spare ones. So my sister asked me, for what? Now I think about it, yes, for what? Even clothes. I want to donate some of my clothes. I must think about it quite long. Like, will I ever want to wear this shirt again? Or wear this thing again? Only when I am very sure that I no longer want to wear this anymore, then I will donate it. So in my shoe rack, there are shoes that I no longer wear. There are shoes that are very painful to wear, but I just leave it there, thinking that one day, maybe I will need to wear it. It's like a backup plan. If nobody throws it away for me, I may have to keep it for a very long time before I will want to throw it away. So unfortunately, this holding trait, I think I have it. So fellow ENTJs, do you hold like that as well? So for things that are really spoiled, we will throw it away. But for things that may have a future function, we might keep. Because we're thinking in the future, which is a TE trait. So in this sense, for a TE Dom, when I look at objects, I look at it from a very functional point of view. Is it useful? If it's not useful, I'll throw it away. If it may be useful in the future, then I keep. But from an FE point of view, this is totally different. They don't attach functionality to objects. If this thing is not useful for them already, they are really willing to give them away. I have another ENFJ friend. She gives things very freely. But she tells you, but I have used it once or twice before, you don't mind, right? Now, nobody minds. So now that I look at it, I can understand the picture. FE users, they don't attach functionality to objects. So FE users are definitely very willing to give things away, even if they had only used that thing once or twice. For me, it's not that I am stingy, it's just that I think that the object may still have a function. Just like in one of my previous episodes, right, I mentioned that there is a free gift that I got from one of the shops that I used to patronize. Origins, I just tell you, never mind, huh? So they gave me a bottle of ginger shower gel, which I don't like. The smell is horrible. But I just leave it there, thinking that one day I will use it. And yes, indeed I did use it. I used it to drown a cockroach. So definitely after this episode, it got me really thinking, do I really need a lot of the things that I have at home? Many of the things that I may be holding on to is no longer functional. So maybe it's time for me to really just give them away or just throw them away. So I'm very interested to know whether fellow ENTJs, you have this characteristic as well. So do share with me, okay? Okay, if you have enjoyed this video, do remember to like. If you are new to our channel, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more ENTJ, MBTI and fun stuff. Okay, I'm going to sign off now and I'll see you... Oops. I'm going to sign off now and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye.